all of a sudden, like, I felt this group of people following. When we looked behind us, there was like over 100 of these Guliwam Kulus all dressed up, chanting and like jogging after us. Oh my gosh, I have never been more scared in my life, but like, you have to pretend like you're not. And because if you don't show that you're scared, they'll leave you alone. And so we quickly darted into his shop and just hung out there for a very long time because every time we thought about like leaving the place, another Guliwam Kulu would come. Their traditions are very, very civil. They just like to go around and scare you. They like to eat every part of an animal. They also eat caterpillars like popcorn. So that was pretty fun to try the caterpillars. They were called Mopani worms. They would just sell them in the market, and then you'd take them home and you'd bake them. They did not smell very nice, but they tasted fine. They eat ants. They eat field mice. I never tried that though. I don't know how that tastes. They definitely know how to use their resources, and they use them well. My first meal, it was Enzyma with kapenta. Kapenta are these little itty bitty tiny fish found in Lake Malawi. They just take them out and they dry them, and they're very salty, and you just kind of cook them and warm them up. You eat the entire thing, the head, the tail, everything. Sema it's like our cornmeal. You mold it with your hands and you eat it with your hands, and so you just take a little bit, and then they always have side dishes. They usually have like a vegetable for sure, and then either meat or beans as well. So the Enzyma I thought it was really good actually. There's not a whole lot of taste to it. I thought it was really good, and it fills you up very fast. My stomach at first could only handle just a little bit of it, but eventually by the end of my mission I could eat like a man. The way they prepare their food, they usually use a lot of cooking oil, and they kind of steam fry their vegetables. We used to like to say that pretty much anything green the Malawians eat, which isn't completely true, but they eat a lot of green things. One of my favorite foods was pumpkin leaves, like our orange pumpkins. Just the leaves of that plant is actually edible, and it's quite tasty. It's a good thing I went on a mission, because before my mission I didn't like vegetables, especially squash, but they eat a lot of squash. They tend to keep their flavors very natural. My companions would buy these packages of soup, and that's what they use as seasoning. It like thickens your broth up and it gives you flavor. Chicken was expensive there. The biggest cultural shock is libola. The husband has to pretty much buy his bride. In Malawi, and they still honor libola, but they'll just say, give us 2 chickens. It was quite a good culture shock. You know, like instantly you're thrown into it. You get to see how people outside of the United States live, and how, as humble of circumstances that they live in, yet they are still so happy. And they believe in families, and they work together, and they're very hard workers. They don't let the insignificant things bother them, and they have so much love for other people. It was a pretty neat thing to be a part of that.